Hey YouTube, what's up? So, so often when you watch YouTube videos, you see people talking about all the things that you should just have. They don't really give you a lot of reasons. They just say you got to have this and that. And especially when you watch these survival kit videos, when they go through all their items, a lot of people typically have some type of slingshot. And that's great if you are good at using your slingshot. But, there's a lot of people that recommend you to get a slingshot. But I would say don't get a slingshot if you have no interest in trying to develop the skill and to develop technique. And if you're not willing to practice, then just once again, don't buy it. Don't do it. It's just going to be worthless. For many years, I carried a slingshot. And about 5 years ago, I stopped carrying a slingshot because I started to practice with it, just started to practice. Like I was just horrible. And I still am not very good at all. And I realized that that wasn't just something that I was good at or something I was willing to actually put time into. And so I stopped carrying it. And that's what I think that we all need to be doing. It's just being honest with ourselves. That if there's a piece of gear that, just because we like to be proficient, or we just think that we could be proficient in a short time, doesn't mean that we will be proficient. And that's the kind of things that I see. A lot of people that lie to themselves. You may say that's a strong word, but it is. There's like these little stories that we tell ourselves, and you can call them white lies or full on lies, or you can call them fibs, but they are basically the opposite of the truth. And you want to be truthful when you're talking about putting together a kit, for, a high stress environment or high stress situation. And it's the last thing that you really want is to pull out a piece of gear that you have no skills and you don't really know how to even use it and you can't make it do what you wanted to do. It just makes everything much worse. So how many things in your bag do you really know how to use? And I mean, you don't have to tell me. You can just tell yourself. But I think it's something that's really worth doing right now is to pull out your main survival kit and really ask yourself, seriously, do you really know how to use it? And if there's any question at all, then you want to say, okay, there's a red flag right there. I need to know how to use this like in the next couple of days, learn how to do it, or remove that item from the kit and find a replacement that you do know how to use. And I think that's how a lot of people should probably approach this. Because just for example, even though I'm not very good at, using a slingshot and I have no interest in learning how to be better at it, I am okay with other types of tools that could help me procure, like food if I had to go hunting in a survival situation. And so I carry those instead. Some of the other things that I'm not so good at using is like a throwing spear. I don't carry one of those. A long bow, I did have a long bow when I was younger and I was okay with it. But the older I get, the more I kind of just lost a lot of that skill. And once again, I don't really feel like I want to even invest the time to relearn it. So I don't carry a longbow with me with my bug out bag. There's other things too, like throwing knives and throwing like tomahawks and hatchets, and I'm not very good at all. I am okay though with a blow dart gun. To my great surprise, I've always naturally was pretty good with the blow dart gun. But with that being said, though, I don't know how practical it would be to bring a blow dart gun with me with my bug out bag. Some people might say it is practical, but for me, not so much. I just don't see it. So the whole reason for this video is just to kind of outline, how many stories do we tell ourselves when we put together a kit? Because there's sometimes we just kind of assume that we know how to use something, or we kind of talk our way into it and we kind of inflate our capabilities, when in reality, we only know maybe so much. And there might be 3, 4, or even more items in our bag right now that we don't totally really understand, or we don't really know how to use, or we don't have the capability to be proficient with it. And it's better to take them out now and to find a replacement than to continue that fib or lie and to get ourselves in bigger trouble in the future when we have to rely on this kit, possibly to save our lives or the lives of our loved ones. So just something to think about. I just want to thank everyone for your support. I'll catch you later.